So the list of the 9 beliefs, where we're going with this is when we're looking at our box, you have all the stuff that you put inside your box that's present moment with you. You see it, you feel it, you're dealing with it. And a lot of those are held up by the frame of that box, right? Which is our belief structures, our programs, the things that are hidden in the unconscious. It's our ego and how it deals with life and how it sees itself. There is, for Tim and myself, our core essence is that we're not worthy. What drives somebody who doesn't feel worthy is they work hard to prove that they are. And so each of these different perspectives, so like I'm not perfect, that is a personality that cannot do life without things looking like they're in perfect order before they will actually put themselves out there. I'm not lovable. This person often is serving everybody, and they have their presence that they are serving everybody without expecting anything, and that is their downfall. Right? There is an unconscious expectation that if I'm doing something for you, then you will do something for me. So there's different catches to that. On the upside, that person who's not lovable is really good at serving people. So when they get in alignment with their true self, that is really a powerful aspect to have. It's the same, with I'm not worthy, that person on task gets a lot done. If they're not in passion, they will find themselves in busy work to look busy, because that's their driving force is to get shit done. I don't belong. This person often feels like they don't belong. And a lot of times that out pictures like they are the ones who dress the most craziest things ever, right? That's a guy walking down the street with a wig on and crazy clothes and clown shoes or whatever. It's how they really create the atmosphere that if I am different, then they don't have to worry about belonging, if that makes sense. So you'll see that personality is often also the one that will act out because they're afraid they're not going to fit in. So they create the turbulence so they actually aren't accepted. That is the underside of that belief structure. I don't know enough. This person has a wall of the library in their house with every book under the sun. They take every class. They may be an MD, a physicist, an engineer. They love knowledge, but they also have an insecurity underneath us. They don't know everything, then they are not anything. We have, I'm not safe. And believe it or not, this person often is the one who is one of two things. They're either a really strong follower or they are the coup. This is the guy that's driving the militia and hiding in the woods someplace, because that's how they create safety for themselves, and they want all these people to come with them and believe in their mindset. Number 7, I can't commit or I'll lose my freedom. This is the party person. They can entertain anywhere. They can pull things together. But if you want them to do some kind of long-term commitment on a project that maybe is going to take a year or so, it's really difficult for them, because the sense of boredom is how they interpret it, comes over them. But what it is, it's just tying them down too much. If they get into that kind of structure where they have to perform and it's going to be for a long period of time, they really get restless and they don't feel like they have any freedom, any free choice. So instead, they'll hop around to all kinds of different things. Your number 8, I'm not in control. This is often the dictator type leader or even the CEO who is really good at leading but not very good at listening. It has to be their way or the highway. That is a personality that all pictures on 8. Number 9, probably one of the most capable people on the planet, but they refuse to step into that role. So they also do a lot of study, a lot of learning, but they'll never complete anything because then they would be capable. But the other side of that is that they would have expectations of them to be capable. So they have a lot of unfinished projects. There is upsides to all these, and we did dive deeper in that into our other trainings. Okay, so now that we've kind of went through that, the main purpose of this exercise is to understand that the beliefs that stood out for you are more than likely what's actually driving your focus in life. You may have this vision up here, and if you go into the, you're here, we are using, I choose a life that I love. as one of your purposes, your mission. That's what you think you're focused on, but it's all this stuff in the box and all those belief structures that are holding that box together that is really taking your focus, because it comes in from an unconscious perspective and it runs your thoughts and it runs your actions and how you respond to life. That part of you is what's saying no to opportunity when it shows up. It's that part of you that is afraid to leave the nest, kind of thing, right? You don't want to leave your community or your friends, or even though you feel like they're sucking the life out of you, it's a huge step to step out of that into the unknown. So just keep that in mind.